you coming to Canberra next week?
No, I won't be. And I won't be coming to Canberra simply because I will have to self-isolate for 14 days on return, whether that's part of the stringent or essential rules or not, but I will feel compelled to the people of Tasmania, especially after walking through airports and that, to isolate myself for 14 days. So I won't be doing that.
What does that mean, though? You're a pretty key crossbencher. You really could put the government to task over the stimulus package. Is there nothing you'd want to make sure that they do in your role as a crossbencher?
Do you know, I don't think it's time to argue and be doing deals that's the first thing, and I think those stimulus packages just need to go through as they are. But wheeling and dealing and holding up Parliament would make me actually feel quite shameful. So how about we just get the stimulus package through? I do believe that Labor is going to vote them straight through. I don't know why we need to be up there to discuss them. They need to get out there immediately, and therefore they should go through Monday, Tuesday.
What do you make of Tasmania shutting down the state? Was that the right call?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm right beside Peter Gutwein in doing that. As a new Premier, to show courage and the guts that he's just done by making that call, good on you. Look, if we know that we could get rid of this virus very, very quickly, we could get on with our daily lives and then we can all get back into the restaurants, even if it's just the locals, supporting local businesses, local restaurants, getting back to work so people remain on the job. I think that's a great idea, and I applaud him for having the courage to actually do this, and good on him.
You're in northwest Tasmania and Burnie. What's life been like there with the coronavirus? Have you seen panic shopping? Are people concerned?
No, what we have seen though, not so much panic shopping. The Coles and the Woolies and the little IGAs, look, they seem to be stocking and keeping the stock on in most of the supermarket. Of course, your essentials like your paracetamols, your toilet paper, that's still quite difficult to get at different times of the day. But what I am hearing, and what I did see when I was in the supermarket the other day, was people abusing the staff. And I found that really, really shameful. And Tasmanians should know better.
I think everyone should know better. When it comes to shutting down Tassie, there have been some critics of the decision made by Peter Gutwein saying that Tassie shouldn't be going it alone. We should have a federal response. What do you say to that?
You know what? If Peter Dutton, the Premier, has the courage to call that now before everybody else, and good on him, and that's showing leadership. Look, we've got very little cases down here at this point in time. If we can wash them out as quickly as possible and we can be virus-free, the quicker we can get back on our feet. He has not shut any doors to trade. We can still get health professionals in and allied health and that sort of thing on stringent measures, which is great. I am though concerned about the FIFO. We do have a lot of fly in, fly out people working in the mines on the mainland, and I am very concerned about them and what all this means for them. So that is a bit of a problem.
The Chief Medical Officer has been pretty direct, saying he doesn't think school closures is the right call. He says we should keep kids in the schools. It helps keep healthcare workers in hospitals, and kids don't really suffer from the virus as badly as we've seen older Australians. Do you support keeping schools open?
Look, I'm really concerned about keeping the schools open. Like I said, we only have we only have a minority of people that have actually have the virus down here. And we have now pretty much shut our borders to a certain degree. I think that'll help a lot. I think Tasmanians will watch this each day, and I guess if that virus starts to spread, then that will be our next option. But the sooner we can clean this up and get rid of it out of Tasmania, the better off we're going to be in the long run. It'll be more cost effective.
Just what do you make of the federal government's response to the coronavirus so far? The Prime Minister's speech saying that people need to stop it, stop the hoarding, but also giving a direction this is going to go for a very long time.
Yeah, I think, he could start looking at the measures that Tasmania's actually taking and start probably getting a little bit more hardcore, because we can either go in hard and fast and really have a good hit at this, or it's just going to be a really long, slow, painful procedure that goes on for months and months. And I think that's what the Prime Minister needs to decide. But like I said, Peter Gutwein's certainly leading by the front foot here. Tasmania's done the right thing today, and I think that'll serve us well into the future.
And can I just clarify before what you were saying, do you think Tasmania should go it alone then with school closures as well?
I think that because I said we've got, I think there's 7 confirmed cases and they're in isolation. I think you'll see there's other Tasmanians that have put themselves in isolation because they're not sure. Look, we've been in really hard times before, Tasmania has, but when it comes to the kids, I think we're just going to have to take that day to day. But if that starts to spread down our schools, then look, I would think that Peter Gutwein would have the courage to come out and say that's it, no school for a month. I would suggest the schools around Tasmania get prepared so those kids can work offline if they're at home, and we take it from there.
Wow, it is just an absolutely extraordinary day. I know I keep saying it, but it is. Jacqui Lambie, thank you for joining us live there from Tasmania.